I call the member for Indi.
Thank you. In speaking to this motion, Deputy Speaker, I wish to raise concerns on behalf of the area of my electorate which are prone to natural disasters, but particularly bushfires. And in particular, I would like to talk about the Shire of Murrindindi. Many of the 3,000 people who live in this Shire continue to lack basic communication infrastructure, which most of Australians take for granted. And this is not an isolated area of Victoria. Many of these towns are in view of Melbourne's skyscrapers. Murrindindi was seriously affected by the 2009 Black Saturday bushfires, and almost 5 years later, Murrindindi continues to experience a real shortage of mobile, TV and radio coverage. And additionally, many of the people cannot access ADSL connections due to the ageing copper wire network, and in many cases they cannot access 3G. In particular, I want to mention the small community of Narberthon. Deputy Speaker, Narberthon has been receiving analogue television for many years, and they have been told that this was by accident, caused by the tower's signal drifting to them. And while digital TV is switched on there, many residents aren't eligible for a satellite that would allow TV coverage. And Narberthon is similar to many small communities who now have no analogue TV and either poor or non-existent digital TV. And other communities experience similar problems are Eildon, Peary's Bay and Gulfs Bay. And we've had people from across the region write to my office and tell me and my staff that they don't have TV reception, radio reception or mobile phone reception. And these people just live within 2 hours from Melbourne CBD, and yet they're cut off from digital communication. Rural Victorians have been told, and I suspect it might be the case for other rural electorates, but in Victoria, we've been told we have to wait now 18 months to access new NBN satellite because the NBN interim satellite is now full. This means that for 18 months, hundreds of people will be without internet access to their homes until at least mid-2015, when the new satellite becomes available. If we are to have regional growth to build our manufacturing and agricultural industries, we must have access to modern communication technology. And businesses need to know what's happening in the world around them, to be able to communicate with customers, to place orders, and to be part of the global economy. Deputy Speaker, there's another real, more urgent concern, and that is, as summer comes upon us, these communities in this area will not be able to communicate with emergency services and families in the event of fires. And no one should have to live with the fear they are unable to contact their families in the event of disasters. Deputy Speaker, I sincerely want this Parliament to realise the importance of reliable telecommunications infrastructure in Australia across all mediums. I want to see us pay attention to small communities who shouldn't be left behind when planning the way for our country communities. In my electorate of Indi, we are working to identify the areas of top priority for mobile phone black spots, and we urgently need more satellite capacity. In the meantime, I would be delighted to hear from my colleagues and know innovative and effective ways that you are working to ensure that rural communities are able to access telecommunications infrastructure in the short term. I'm pleased to support this motion.
I